human care, where artificial intelligence, precision medicine, and translational research are redefining both how we understand and diagnose and treat the diseases. As physiologists, we stand at the foundation of this transformation, bridging basic science with clinical applications. Today's session aims to stimulate thought, inspire curiosity, and encourage us to embrace innovation in our daily academic and clinical pursuits. I would like to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, Dr. R.K. Dhakar sir, whose leadership continues to guide this institution towards excellence. I would request our head of the department, Dr. Raju Singh Rajput sir, to kindly welcome sir with a floral bouquet. Kriti. We welcome you, sir. We are deeply honored to have with us our distinguished speaker, Dr. K.K. Deepak sir, a name synonymous with academic brilliance and innovation. His contribution to physiology and medical education, particularly during his tenure at All Institute of Medical Sciences, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and now as a visiting professor at Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, IIT Delhi, are truly inspiring. I request Dr. Vikas sir to kindly welcome Dr. K.K. Deepak sir with a floral bouquet. I also extend my respectful greetings to our chairperson, Dr. Harinder Jaseja sir, who is a name and fame from Gwalior, and he has been a researcher for the international fame. I request Dr. Akhilesh sir to kindly welcome our chairperson, Harinder Jaseja sir. This CME brings together faculty members and the residents, and the objectives of fostering academic dialogue and exploring emerging frontiers in medicine. It is through such interactions that we continue to evolve as educator, clinician, and researcher. May I now request our esteemed chief guest, Dr. R.K. Dhakar sir, to kindly address the gathering with few words to guide us. Please, sir. Motivation.
सर अच्छा ये लगाएंगे. Good morning or good afternoon. We are in the middle. First of all, I would like to congratulate Department of Physiology to organize this CME, and I'm delighted to have Professor Deepak. He is a renowned academician and retired from AIMS, and he's still working for a lot of institutes like prestigious institute like IIT. All these things, they are involved in the service of human. My teacher, Professor Jaseja sir, he taught me physiology. So sir, I welcome you. Dr. Rajput, really I'm very happy. Basically, when I was a student, like you guys, see the subject like physiology, biochemistry, anatomy, at that starting, but always remains in the mind of the students. You just pass these subjects and go ahead. But we have to keep in mind always, foundation is foundation. Every building stands on foundation. So Dr. Sanjeev Singh, he also organized fantastic CME on biochemistry previously, now in physiology, and again I'm announcing here this will be a first kind of state conference in subject of anatomy that will be organized in this historical medical college of Madhya Pradesh. So he just asked me today, and I'm really very much delighted. I'm happy because we are running on the current footsteps of technology. Today, I came to know Professor Deepak is going to talk on the use of technology in medicine. Medicines means not a subject medicine that you will learn in final year subject. Medicines mean it's a whole medical fraternity is counted as a medicine. Technology always give us ease everywhere, but use in the service of humanity, it's a different aspect. ऐसे किसी कवि ने एक लिखा है, क्योंकि किसी भी चीज़ का एक्सेस और ओवर यूज और अंडर यूज दोनों ही बहुत डेंजरस है. स्पेशली वी टॉक अबाउट द यूज इन द मेडिसिन. तो किसी ने कहा है कि साधु ऐसा चाहिए जैसा सूप सुहाए, सार सार को गई रहे और थोतो दे उड़ाए. इसका मतलब है कि आपको वैसा संत बनना है कि आपके जो टीचर किसी भी टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में जो पढ़ा रहे हैं, जो आप गेन कर रहे हैं, जो टेक्नोलॉजी आ रही है, उसका कितना यूज़ अच्छे तरीके से हम ह्यूमन सर्विस में एज ए डॉक्टर कर सकते हैं, बाकी जो हमारे काम की नहीं है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली व्हाट हैपनिंग, आई मूव अराउंड मोर देन हाफ ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. आई लर्न, सी what happening, the dirty things, they are coming in very high speed. They are coming in our brain. We are day to day we are interacting with dirty things. So मैंने ये दोहा इसीलिए कहा कि जो खराब चीज़ें हैं उनसे दूर रहिए. एक उदाहरण के लिए आप किसी चौराहे पे जाइए, बार बार मैं बोलता हूँ, तो वहाँ पर कोई अगर केले का छिलका छील के डालता है तो दूसरा मूंगफली के छिलके डालेगा, तीसरा आएगा कुछ और डालेगा, चौथा कुछ और डालेगा. लेकिन एक जो क्लीन एरिया है उसको मेंटेन करने में बहुत कठिनाई आती है. तो वैसा ही हर टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज़ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. और अभी तो आई थिंक वी आर इन एरा ऑफ AI. व्हेन आई वाज अ स्टूडेंट, वी डोंट हैव अ सेल फोन, वी डोंट हैव अ एनी काइंड ऑफ entertainment programs. So we were focused only on the traditional games and studies. But now a lot of things are available. So it is up to you what you have to choose. If you are a doctor, your whole life devoted toward the service of the humanity. So your first priority goes towards that. I'm not, talking to you. You have to stop watching movies or games or whatever, but give priority to the medicine, use technology in a wiser way, respect your seniors. सीनियर्स को रिस्पेक्ट करना इसलिए ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो सीनियर है, उसको रिस्पेक्ट करना इसलिए ज़रूरी है कि उसने आपसे कुछ ज़्यादा बसंत सीखे हैं इस दुनिया में, तो कुछ तो मिलेगा, कुछ तो उसका एक्सपीरियंस आपको मिलेगा. तो मेरा यही कहना है कि हम बहुत वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट टू हैव अ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी स्पीकर टुडे, एंड वी विल लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम हिम, एंड डेफिनेटली वी विल लर्न हाउ टू यूज टेक्नोलॉजी इन मेडिसिन. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Now it's a time to invite Deepak sir. Just a brief introduction before that. Dr. K. Deepak sir is a distinguished academician and a stalwart in the physiology field. His illustrious career in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences has left an indelible mark on generations of medical professionals. Currently serving as a visiting professor at IIT Delhi, he continues to contribute actively to interdisciplinary and learning and innovation. He served for nearly 4 decades at AIMS New Delhi, including 20 years as a professor and at the leadership role in the head of department and the dean of examination sections. His research contributions are truly outstanding, with over 240 plus peer reviewed publications, 600 plus total scientific contributions, and an H index of over 40, more than 5,800 citations. His work spans cutting edge areas including autonomic physiology, cardiovascular variability, yoga, and meditation research and space physiology. He is also known as the father of autonomic physiology in India. He has been instrumental in initiating space physiology research in India, a pioneering contribution in the field. Professor Deepak has also made remarkable contributions to the medical education, leading innovation in teaching, assessment, and competency based learning. Internationally recognized, he has served as a visiting professor at UC San Diego and held academic positions in Saudi Arabia and Nepal, reflecting his global academic footprint. He has guided and mentored a large number of postgraduate doctoral students, contributing to the immensely capacity of building to physiology. Sir, your contributions to physiology, medical education, and research continue to inspire generations. It is indeed an honor to have you with us today. I now request you to kindly come to the dais and deliver your lecture on the innovations in medicine. Please, sir. So you want to move?
Yeah. You all will come to this dice. Some of you will be deans, some of you will be here. So please inspire to become great in future. So coming quickly to the talk, and I have a long talk, so I'll try to cut short, and hopefully you'll understand. Keep your questions towards the end. I have my Gmail here, phone number is available, my website is here. Anytime you can interact with me. The journey I'm going to take along with me, how to do innovation. I'm going to the grassroots, how to take them forward, how to nurture them. If you have a creative mind, creative idea, if you don't use it, it goes to the dustbin, or if it lies in the shelf like a thesis, never published. So today I'm going to tell you some of the tricks of the trade, and then will help you what I've gone through this phase. So this is the time India is moving in health sector, medical devices sector. It is called sunrise sector. Among all sectors, among all industry, this is going to the top. The agenda of the government is that India should be leader in medical devices, in pharmaceuticals. As of now, if you go to OT or ICU, 93-94% is imported stuff. Even a high-tech technology lab, you have all imported. So this is what it is. It's a sunrise sector. And you are born in the time when this is there. We were not born the time when it was there. It's recent phenomenon that government has come up with 100% FDI, with a lot of funding, with a lot of sectors which you can do device development. My story I started with autonomic functions. I applied autonomic functions to yoga, vascular research, then When I'm doing autonomous function, I'm finding Indian equipment is not available. So we went into software. We made our own software and instrumentation. If you come to AIMS, we made our own equipment. If I have to use, I should use my own equipment, then it'll be innovative. If I borrow equipment, the equipment has already been used for 10 years or 20 years abroad. They have already extracted what it can be done. And with that applied, I went into other simulation models and further went into the space physiology, which I'm currently pursuing at IIT Delhi. So this is the first story. This story goes back as long as I was like you. Swimming backside as a student. As an undergraduate student, I thought, why can't we measure blood pressure from here? And then try to develop that continuous BP monitor from here. I told to my Dr. Bhaga, my HOD, and then how it can be. I'm still pursuing it at IIT Delhi. It may take 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to realize the goal of a device development and technology. So with that, when I become MD, and then when I'm studying MD, I thought, what is diastolic blood pressure? Why it doesn't come to zero? What is so within the artery? Can I make a simulation? So soon I became a senior resident, and then I designed this equipment in undergraduate laboratory. The equipment available already here. This is a dog respirator. It used to pump dog chest. So I took that device. These are the bladders available, football bladders. One football bladder, big one, small one, small one. This is, suppose it is heart, lungs, and this is a pump. And this is chest. The moment I started this dog pump, I could get continuous blood pressure, and I could generate 120 by 80 pressure generation. My job is done. For the teaching purpose, this is the best model. You can manipulate diastolic blood pressure by manipulating this. You pump it, it goes up. You can manipulate the heart rate. You can manipulate the resistance or tube, and you can raise. So you can raise systolic. You can manipulate all things. And this was beautiful thing was done. This looks like this. All old equipment put at one. This is a RMS recorder that point of time, and this as model. So Dr. B. Cannon told, when I presented in Bangalore, they get me a big award. There was a Bajaj Innovation Prize. Why don't you publish this? Dr. B. Cannon told, okay, I will publish it. So that time being new, I submitted, and this was published. And well cited. People are reading this. Published in IJPP, local. But then suddenly I surprised when I see, so what it could do? Demonstrate BP recording. Any of you can do it. Manipulate the rate, pressure, practice recording, and number of times you can practice. You don't need a person to practice, to understand. It can be given in examination. Study the effect of changing diameter of the tube and perform calibration. So therefore, this can be done. So this is a useful device. It came up in 92, 95. So once published, I thought it's okay, nothing to be done. But soon I found the internet came up. I saw my name figuring with the NASA website. They read this article, and NASA website says Dr. Deepak has done this work, and we are modifying this work. So this is the website I looked, the Bones, Department of Physiology at UCSD. It's called Bones, UCSD, EDU, and some student project was given by NASA. What they did, they miniaturized the whole model, which I published. They said this has been done. Put it here, this is the same model, and put enclosure in that, create a negative pressure. So this is a negative pressure. So as if your body has been kept in the negative pressure, which is a countermeasure in space. Negative pressure they use in a countermeasure in space to simulate as a counter, so that if I go to space, blood comes here. So if I apply a positive pressure, it goes here. So if I use a negative pressure, I can create countermeasure of a space. At that, they thought, what will happen to this model when it goes to space? Beautiful thought. And they were thinking all blood pressure changes must be happening because of intramural pressure changes. Because intramural pressure is at fault. Therefore, I get facial swelling and lower limb. So it's a puffy face and chicken legs. They look like. If you look at astronaut, his face becomes puffy, and that's what. And they were doing research on what happens to the vessel intramural pressure in space. For that they use this equipment. So that was the story one, and this was published in their website, and they have used this again the same, and the whole data is housed in microgravity university dot Johnson Space Center.com. We, as an Indian, I can't access the data. Equipment, they have used it, but I can't access it because this is their propriety. They never publish. Most of the research and defense data is never published to the public. It's kept for 20 years, and they use it once it is finished, only then it come out. So this is what the lesson learned. I could have filed a patent that time. Never, but this process is still not available. I don't think even Gwalior Medical College has a transfer technology cell where you can take the idea and convert into technology. It's only an IIT now we have. You understand? You have an idea, it has to convert into prototype, industry type, given to some industry, some agreement has to take, and it has to go to market. Only then this thing comes. So this is still not available, and therefore, so this is a lesson learned. Anyway, these are the lessons we learn. And second story about hand dystonia. So Dr. Madhu Bihari, she referred a patient to me and say, when you have a muscle dysfunction, the hand becomes like this. So I told, okay, why don't we give a feedback? If person is writing hand dystonia, if the muscle contraction is a distal place, which should not be there, rooting is, you should use a small muscles. So we published this data, and this was a beautiful record, and it was an innovative technique we have used. So what we did, we put EMG electrode here and all other places, asked person to write. At rest, we recorded this is all rest condition. And when he is writing, we get lot of noise in the large muscles, lot of noise, EMG noise. So I put electrode here, largest muscle, and told person to write like on a triceps muscle EMG biofeedback. You write without listening a sound. If you listen to sound, triceps is contracted. But if he's not listening a sound, triceps is relaxed. So I'm just simply asked while keeping this relaxed, which he was not aware of. Patient of hand dystonia was not aware of his tonic state of all these muscles. And lo and behold, and it became so. If the person is writing without having unnecessary EMG. And this is simple audio feedback of EMG muscle. Simple. This can also become an equipment. Well, that time, this is what is story, like this is what learning is, that we should learn in future, and then we can take it forward. We are all learning, we all learn during the life. This is the same, another case of this. You can read this paper, it has been published. So again, learning is that you have to, if you plant a seed, if you take it forward to the food, you have to actually nurture all the time. And you have to have all support of environment and people, and that's what the future, the future generation will see this support is coming to you. This is another story, learning from frog. About a decade ago or more than that, the frogs were stopped at AIIMS also. The moment GST came, it becomes an issue. You can't have a GST number for supply of the frog. This is exactly same time. At AIIMS, they said it cannot be supplied. So in a frog, those who know, we used to do length-tension relationship. So length-tension relationship experiment was done in frog, by which you can say, if you change the length of muscle, your tension will change. A beautiful experiment you can actually plot, and you can find out optimal length, and fine. So once frog goes away, some of the experiments done on a frog were also discarded, because you can't do that. The frogs is not there, so people will place the simulation or records, but that's not the idea. So I called all faculty, as a chair, as a head, I said, can we have some replacement of the frog experiment on a doable situation like a human or rat? And my faculty was great at AIIMS, they are good. They all accepted the suggestion, and we converted 7 frog experiment on a doable, and we still do it. We published the whole article in 2020 IJPP as a supplement. What experiment you can do, which over the past gone by days, we used to do in frog. One of the experiment I advise you, and this is what we did. So this is exercise, so this is length tension relationship, you all know, those who have done it. So this is what we devised the equipment, a simple idea. So when I change my angle of hand, am I changing the muscle length? Yes? So I can hold my hand at different degree, 10, 20, 30, 40 degree, and at that degree I find out how much pressure I can generate. A simple idea. We converted a simple idea into a machine. Doable, the machine is still there at AIMS, and we again published, we filed a patent. Earlier patents were not filed, we never thought, but we filed a patent, and soon a patent has been granted. So this patent has been granted. One of the students to whom I asked, Bern Sharma, and he's sitting there and he's performing this angle. Look at the two angles, and we have put the pressure sensor here. We can do it. This is again a good device. This is a patent, and I'm still asking him, looking for that this should be converted into given to industry so that it can go to the society. We already have one piece or two piece lying at AIMS. We are doing it. We are good at it. But when can you get, or somebody can get it, until some industry comes in, some supply comes in who can maintain it, who can do it, and who can improvise it. This is only a version which is we made it. So it's a research prototype. Research prototype is an older prototype. It will require a lot of design development, sensor development, and makes a good looking like this. Okay. So this is possible, and hopefully in future you can do it. We did something like with 7 experiments. They all has been published. They are available in public domain. You can go and see. Some we convert into rats, some in human being, and trying to take all this. So this is how we maintain the science. So this is a part of UG practical, the same, and this is also part of NMC. That it should be do it. But how to do it as a physiologist, or we have to do it. The moment we help medicine or we help physiologist, this is one and the same thing. So this is what the lesson learned. We have gone to the level of patent filing, good, but you have to go miles before you actually go for tech transfer. I'll give you some examples of tech transfer. Here comes the example, one more example. Moses's ergograph measuring human fatigue is a 100 years old story. People have been doing. So this is going on. And so somewhere along 2011, yes, we filed, we started a study with IIT. So I'm being one of the co-PI, and we thought to see effect of Arnica montana, which is a homeopathic drug. It can be XYZ, take any drug or any blood pressure drug, whatever, on human fatigue and human performance. Okay, so we want to make, basically they are claiming that Arnica montana improves the fatigue, and fatigue does not happen sadly. That's what the claim. Well, I said with this Snehanand, and this is a homeopathic expert, this is physiology, and this is biomedical engineering. Okay, so objective quantification of muscle fatigue using electrophysiological parameter, and of course effect of. So this I am not going to detail, these are all details that how it affects. We designed a study, we designed a protocol, equipment. So conventional equipment was available, Moses's. We got one piece from physiology department, I took it to IIT. Okay, let's do experiment. When we started doing experiment, we found it's very difficult to get a quantifiable record. We were getting a chip, just kind of history. And all the time it's not quantifiable. You can do calculate, they struggle a lot. The problem is that you are getting vertical lines and then after some time. So that time we just put here one module here which could sense the movement of that string. A simple LDR, light detector, light diode reactor. So with that device we put it. So this is what the kind of a graph. You need Moses's graph, metronome, kymograph, paper and print, and this is for blood pressure, and this is the graph. You can see it's difficult, and to have a study you have to have quantifiable, like you should get. So this was a problem. We did ECG, PPG, fine, we can do it, anybody can do it. EMG, we put EMG also in the same. See what we are doing, we are recording heart rate, EMG and everything. We also recorded impedance. We wanted to see how my muscle blood flow or volume is changing, because when I contract, shape becomes different. Look at the shape. So this shape width changes. How can I know it quantifiably that width has changed or height has become less? So for that we put impedance electrodes. I'll show you. So we put impedance electrodes on this and we measured like here. We put electrodes like this and electrodes like this. And then we performed the set of experiment and we got good reports. So by this giving different frequency signals, you can get a different frequency. So fairly somebody can have the idea of what is happening to the physical shape of the muscles, and we are doing by electrical impedance. So this is an old technique. We earlier worked on this to measure cardiac output. That's a different story. Some other point of time we can tell. So this is data acquisition. This is what, and this is LDR record. We got it. So in conclusion, we got this result. This is a good result. Somehow this data was coded, and CRH, this is a homeopathic concept, they kept the coding. After that, the people retired or gone away, the coding was lost. So we don't know what group was there. Fine, that was the thing there. But what did we learn during the study? We failed to record fatigue properly. So we thought, why don't we develop the fatigue machine more quantifiable vis-a-vis existing mosaic. So this is 100 years old. This is the record. This we made, and we got some data. We are not happy with this data. You should not be happy with your current situation in case you want to progress. That's differential. So then we developed the recent machine, and this is the recent machine. Last week only, we have done a tech transfer. During last year, we did a patent filing, and this is our tech transfer with industry. This is IIT Delhi, which has got a structure which can do a tech transfer. So there is FITT, Foundation of Innovation and Technology Transfer, and on one side we people and the other side industry. And so there are three kind of we people who made this equipment, who hold patent, other industry who is agreeing to take this patent and technology, and in between the person who is helping drafting all the documents, taking care of all this interest. So there's a several advantage of once you digitize a machine. You have all digital data. You have isometric contraction, isotonic contraction, rate, velocity, and amplitude, everything. So look at here. This is the prototype we produced. First prototype, second prototype. This is the industry prototype, and this is the industry with us. So industry has taken up, this technology transfer has taken place, and that's what should be there. Now future, hopefully this will go to the market, because now we have industry who can supply this machine. And so this is a 100 years old equipment. Now we have digitized. It can be used in research. Otherwise, for many years, for 50 years, we have not used a mosaic in the research. For the teaching, it's okay, but it has not gone to this research. So this is the learning point that we have done tech transfer to the industry. We found the industry, it has a market, it knows it, and therefore in future we'll see. So it took about 2011 to about say decades and other things, it keeps on taking. So I hope you're enjoying this. I'll go further in depth to the talking about the space. So I talked about one space story where the NASA used our equipment. Now we come about another story. 2014, I happened to visit JSC, Johnson Space Center. It's a matter of chance, 2015, Prime Minister Modi announced a scheme that India should have collaboration with American universities. So 150 American universities, 2015, had collaboration with various universities across. And I happened to be one of the person to initiate MOU between AIMS and UCSD. The same person who used my equipment in 1992. I found out, I went there, that you are the one who used my equipment. Yes, I used your equipment. So can we have collaboration now? Yes, they agreed. So I became a visiting professor. So I will walk freely, like go there and talk to them. So I discussed that Department of Orthopedics, where they were studying what happens to the muscles and bones when you go to space. You lose muscles and bones. But how to prevent that, that's what. So with that came up 2015, and I thought to study all these things. So I focused this. But much before 2012, we started space physiology lab at AIMS. 2013, we had started publishing, and we had all big equipment to simulate astronaut for the two purpose: how my fluid shift takes from my legs to my head, how to produce this, how can I do countermeasure by low body negative pressure. I apply the pressure, fluid goes up. I apply negative pressure, fluid comes down, and I can calculate how much. The same thing happens when you do a blood donation. There's a small blood volume going away. So quickly, when your blood volume depleting, you need more blood, it will quickly readjust to the new level. So there's no fall in blood pressure, but there's a reduce in blood volume. So non-hypovolemic, non the hypovolemia without changing pressure. So this is normal. So this is what is happening. We were already doing research on space physiology. For fluid shift, we entered into muscles and bone physiology. So how it affects muscle and bone system. So before going to there, I filed a patent, because I'm going to open up to NASA my device. So I thought what to do. So okay, let me thought. Rakesh Sharma went to space. He did some yoga in space. We know it, 1994. But we don't have a detail what he did and what is the effect. Not known. They are still housed somewhere, or there were very few, something like. Rakesh Sharma at the end told the future astronaut should do it, it's very important. That's what is the line available. I thought, how can a person perform yoga in space? If in yoga, if I start doing yoga, I will be flying, because I'm just flying. A bird cannot perform yoga. It has to come to the ground. There's no ground. Bird is flying all the time. Some bird can try to do it, but it's always flying. So therefore, I found, is yoga useful for the bones? Yes. There's a Japanese study, 12 yoga done, they improve your bone density. They have proven by doing density. So all this. There's another study, when you do sun salutation or some kind of a thing, there's a 3 axis change applied on the body. Because when I'm standing here, one axis here, when I move another thing, this is not happening in space because gravity is not available. So, and this is what the story, this is Rakesh Sharma performing yoga, and he says it should be done in the future. Then I said, what can I do so that in space I can improve muscle function and bone function? If I can improve muscle function, muscle loading will be there and the bone will be loaded. Otherwise, my bone is not loaded. My 53 kg becomes 0 weight in the space, and my muscles are not functioning against the gravity. If at all, they are functioning against my resistance. So that's what I did. That in a gravity, pressure is applied in one direction from here to here. This is simple, known. So what happens, this is how gravity is applying and finishing at this line, which is called floor. So I cannot stand on this wall. If whatever I try, I cannot do that. Which means there has to be a ground for gravity, one direction. So that's the one concept. And then when you go to space, this happens. You start flying, no weight. Fine. So when we know the gravitational pull, the no downward pull. So the body shape changes. The moment you go there, your body shape will change. If you go to space, your height will increase. So you want to increase the height, go to space. 1 inch currently. As such, when you sleep in the night, in the morning you have a higher height. That you may be knowing. In space, you lose everything. What are the countermeasures? There are several: explosive and flywheel exercise. Explosive, like 2.5 hours, astronauts do exercise, otherwise they lose their muscle. And how many people are going to 2.5 hours to gym on Earth? You can't. It's so boredom. You exercise sitting or standing, that's enough. Walking is enough. Therefore, this is so difficult. This is 2.5 ton exerciser. They have to take it, and we are talking to ISRO that how we can make our in India or something better than this. 2.5 ton machine has to be taken, lifted, and this is a person performing in space. So this is important. This you want to understand that yoga improves bone function. Yoga improves bone function better by sun salutation because it's 3-axis rotation. No other exercise gives you 3-axis rotation. So we solve this problem. This we know. My questions: can a Gaganaut is a Hindi name for astronaut, maybe Vyomnaut or something comes up, like Chinese never use astronaut. I hope you know. Taikonaut. Russians never use astronaut. cosmonaut. Why not India? Why? So maybe Gaganaut or Vyomnaut or something should come officially. It's not official, but can you do yoga in space? Like, can you do yoga in water? If you are floating, can you do? Same concept we apply, all these things. So that's what this is. So we designed a novel body gear for modulating gravitational loading. Earlier we called it anti-gravity or pro-gravity. Now we call modulating. We ourselves change. So this can be anti-gravity, pro-gravity or modulating. All three are same. We can justify some other. So this is okay. This is, yeah, this is what I submitted as a patent, 2016, that this is my head, which is 7 kg, 25 kg, 30 kg. I will apply a weight from the top to bottom, and there will be a flow in a space, velcroed and magnetic flow. So that when I walk in a space, I walk only place where the velcro is there. So that is my ground. I should not walk somewhere. I cannot walk because I cannot touch it. So this is what the novelty here. This looks like a body gear like this. So anybody can wear. This is head, shoulder, torso and legs, and they go to feet. And this looks like this. And this we submitted, this was published, and now patent has been granted 2024. It took 7 years to grant. Because they asked, how does it work? What is the evidence? How can you get an evidence for astronaut? So we did a validation and published this published paper to attorney, to the patent authority to convince, and they said, yes, it works. It's very difficult to convince how it will work in space. Who can go to space? Can you go? I can go? No, nobody can go. Indian astronaut is still waiting, Well, this is the kind of thing we performed experiments on Earth, n number of experiments. The way we can do it, we created a velcroed flow. We asked the stepping, walking, doing this thing, person lying down, countermeasure, looking at cardiovascular response and everything. So this is what the claim is. Okay, and that we've been successful, that it can, how it can influence my bone function, and it can do other function also. It's not that yoga also not only improves your muscle function and bone function, it also does autonomic conditioning. It also reduces your stress. It's well-known effect. So once you do that, obviously it will go. So we did a lot of experiment, like 5 or 6 set of projects work, and the person is lying, adjustable is lying, and then we are trying to put 6-degree head down tilt, which is kind of a space analog on Earth. So it's a simulation of microgravity. If you want to produce microgravity, it's easy. Put person on 6-degree head down, and therefore we did this, and we showed that by using this, I can improve my anti-gravity muscles, left and right, by beautiful listening. So muscular system response we have shown, head down tilt and head down tilt with the body gear. Look at here, head down tilt. This is an astronaut analog, like it's microgravity. The moment I put a body gear, both the sets of muscles, biceps, femoris and soleus goes up. Soleus, the key muscle which get lost in space. Soleus is the muscle responsible for my climbing hill. And soleus, strong soleus is important, very important muscle. So this is what is we have shown it. Again, we have shown by the same thing that I enhance my anti-gravity muscles in all, like biceps, femoris and soleus and gastrocnemius and all other muscles. This has been amply published. You can just quick and do a Google search, and this gave us confidence. And we have also told about all other fatigue and other parameters. Then we give a stepping test by using Velcro and by using body gear. So if I use body gear on Earth, I can enhance my body weight to 60 or 70%. So if 53, I will become 80 kg. And therefore, if I'm not using any Velcroed flow, the leg will quickly go up. So this is anti-gravity. And the moment I touch it, it becomes a pro-gravity, because then the direction of the force will change because it's flow. So therefore, this we did, again we showed enhancement of muscle by body gear and with Velcroid. Now we have used uh, microgravity analog, body gear with Velcroid. So that's the concept and paper. So with the body gear, this is a Velcroid body gear, all gave a better performance. So this can be used on earth in case you want to use this muscle. Same device can be used. I want to enhance my soleus, use this. Put a Velcroid floor and then pull it. And this, so this is without body gear, earth gravity, body gear, beautifully shown, and we published it. This is again published. Say, this has been published. One of my students, Vaishji. So this is sum up. So, and then I use myself. Can I perform yoga by this gravity? Yes. So I perform the yoga myself on earth, and it gives me a differential response. Left and right, both things can be done. So this can be used to enhance the yogic effect in a physical, something similar. And it, to me, it was enjoyable. For 2 hours, I go it on earth, and this is done there. Okay. So this on earth it augments anti-gravity muscle, soleus muscle, all leg muscle. So this can be used. And this is, in case you want to perform sun salutation on a space, you would eat additional Velcroid connectors, not only foot connectors, but 2 for feet, for palm, both knees and head one. Then I can do, so that I can, because when head goes and touches, in a space it will not touch. If I do that, I will be floating like this. So this is what is the use on earth. So now we did more innovation on earth. I'm very happy this one is being taken up, given to for further advancements, and it's going up. We did some more innovation. How can you perform push-up exercise in space? So we devised a simple equipment. This is a person, this is fixed, and this is actually pushing, and from here I'm pushing. Simple device, anybody can make it. Simple. And we got a patent. Another device, and the gravity generating bed. You sleep on this, and same concept, it's pushing from here, like the spring. Instead of loading the spring, I can put, and then you have to become straight. And this is flexible. The 2 springs, and then your head, and you can do. Same thing can be used for the exercise now. Instead of heavy equipment, your body, its weight, it will work for you to the exercise. And that's what we do when we walk or when we climb. Our body works as an instrument. My body weight works for the instrument. So this is the 3rd patent in the line. So the next space in the research we have started. We are thinking of creating space slopes in the space. So this is not a slope. If I have a slope, if I walk on the slope like climbing, I increase my soleus muscle. So idea can I have a space slope in the space? So in an astronaut walking, okay, touches some button, okay, now slope, walk. It's funny idea looks. When I told the first student, she is, how can you have a slope in space? Okay, I told, when you're walking, close your eyes, walk. Are you walking on a flat surface? Yes. Can you do something you feel like that you're walking on a slope on a flat surface? I'm walking, but do something. That's one innovation. I said, okay, angle is here. There's a differential pressure applied. So if you can apply differential pressure, it will give me a feeling of the pull. There's a pull from here. It will give me a feeling of as if a space. And ladies know they high heel. When they wear the first time high heel, as if they are going down slow. But quickly they learn it. If you wear high heel, in the beginning, it will feel like this, or uphill. So the same principle we applied, and maybe this research will be useful for effect of a high heel on leg musculature. So this work is going on, and so this is the study going on. Another thing is a feeling of lost limbs. So this research can be done in future, I think. So when you wake up in the morning, you have a differential sensitivity. They becomes more sensitive. The way natural mucosa becomes more stuffy. In the morning, you don't smell something. Same thing. So when you come from a space, your feet becomes like a bent feet. Infant, if you touch it, it doesn't like it because it has never touched. It feels like prickly, or it feels like spine. So this lot of research can be done. So this is another study of slope I was talking about. So we are doing a slope study, and we are seeing that velcoid affects a lot. By velcoid, you can enhance slope walking. So this is what we have. This paper has been published. We are another papers. Now we are trying to do a lot of other questions. So this is several stories where we successfully going. We have to work hard, and it takes 10 years at least, or maybe 20, 30 years to realize your dream to come true. If it is not available to the masses or to you guys, then it's useless. Otherwise, it keeps on. Very good idea kept in the shelf, or shelf of my mind is the same thing. And then the idea is immortal. We are not. So idea is immortal, and that should be actually come. So now I'll come to general discussion. How much time you have? I know people will be hungry. This is general discussion. Talk about the problems and how much time I can take with permission. So yeah. So this is Saturday. So thank you. I hope those who want to go, no problem. They can connect to me later. Just feel free. So the growing importance of medical instrumentation, advances in electronics, computers, and medical and AI, which is coming into picture. We have done some work in AI. We're not doing it. We already published it. That we are doing it. Improvement in the human signal processing. These are the two things which is happening. Actually, make all things advanced. Now this table has come. Nothing, but this all has been applied to the past. A table and computer. This is a table and computer, but looks beautiful because they are design and other things. So design is important. So when you are designing equipment, there's a medical perspective, there's a technical perspective, and technical medical perspective. Where we fail, we don't take a colleague from other corridor into confidence. So it's important. Leave it there. Just open it. Okay. So this is important, that you take your colleague. Maybe I'm physiology, I should talk to anatomy or surgeons. We work a lot with the surgeons. Physiology and surgeons working together, imagine, and we love it. The counter opinion is important. So biomedical physiology interface is important, better human machine interface, better digital processing, better output communication. At each place you require an expert. You may be expert for one, but you actually require to understand this. So better human machine interface, you require psychologist also. And you require physician and engineer. So machine incorporates intelligence system. Now we have a signal. Now signal has to become intelligent. How it can become? You make it intelligent by a human intelligence. You inject human intelligence into machine, and that's what AI. The definition of AI, when you talk to the machine, it looks like as if you're talking to a human being. And now the AI, the new AI, will do the same mistake that human does it. Only then it will become real. The human does a mistake. So that's what is coming. But human is also intelligent. So this is going to be the future. Now AI, they have started teaching how to do human-like mistakes and human-like intelligence, and that's what is happening. But I'm not going to divert into this. Biomedical signal acquisition and processing is important. Foremost, how AI can do until you have a signal, and how you have cleaned the signal in process. This is the requirement whenever you're getting a signal in physiology or in any other department. And then the operational principles of sensing important is you have to develop sensors. Sensors are the most important for human physiology and to the machine also. And those has to be. So some of you think of working that I need to sense this. One day I told, can you sense the smell sense applied to the whole city, namely Delhi or Gwalior? Find out where the bad smells coming and why they are coming. Make a smell map of Gwalior. And you would suddenly realize, like heat map, electrical generation map, quality control map. But somebody can apply human principle. When you pass, the area is not good, it's smelling. But can a machine do it? If machine does it, then you can. I can't do any reporting and other thing. And that the smell is a big indicator of a biome present over there. Something is happening. And something should be done. So this is sensing. It's important. Like in Yamuna, they thought of putting sensor all along so that Yamuna can be clean. There was a big project, and it will happen in the future. Put sensors all along the, so we know where to catch and what to do. That's what we do. If we get pain and itching, then we start doing it prevention. The machines of the measured value, the meaning of measured value. So you have EEG, ECG, EMG, or some other signal. What is the meaning out of it? That's what the whole physiology. The meaning actually comes from human interference. Then you teach the machine to do the same and then predict. But the human signature has to come in. Ultimately, you are responsible, not machine is responsible. AI is not responsible for the wrong reporting. No. Somebody who made AI, or you used AI. Why did you use AI? You can't make a misdiagnosis. So it's important the meaning attached to it. What is required using all these signals, and so like review and classification of variability analysis techniques with the clinical application. Signal is variable, but you should know how to analyze that variability. Is it normal, abnormal, and all those available. This is a part of learning. So decipher the signal, again, physiology and pathophysiology, all this. Once you do this, you can think of doing innovation and patent. The moment you find a problem, I can't pick up a signal, I can't analyze, I can't pick up a signal, one patent file. I can't analyze signal, one patent file. I can analyze another technique, one patent file. That's how US has been doing 1,000 patents. By the time here, 1,000 patent might have been filed in US. Done. And while we are just listening and sitting. But anyway, we should come and become active. Once you do physiology, pathophysiology, clinical, society, and public. I gave you the example of odor map of the country. Think of that. Somebody should do it. Somebody has to make device, and that's a big thing. So we require concerted effort among academic institutions, medical and engineering, and industry. All together, public-private partnership is important. It cannot go one way. It has to be done. So where to get exposure from? You can exposure for engineers and technologists. So the problem has been physiologists and pharmacologists, the engineers and technologists has been inhibition and ignorance of beauty of math and physics. That was the problem with us as medical people. We said, math, I don't like it. Engineering, I don't understand it. No, the brain understands everything. Same thing, engineers, they have been ignorant about the beauty of biological system, which is a different system. It's not a predictable system, but it's beautiful system. So this is what the board would make. So with this, I come to an end, and I thank you so much for patience. Thank you. If there are questions.
Thank you, sir. Any questions you can ask for discussion regarding the lecture?
Anybody personal question, I'll be happy to answer. Maybe time permits, 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, whatever.
The lecture was about innovations, and sir described how a simple thought, a simple demand of the recording can be converted into instruments, and how these can be recorded and can be proven that this is the change. The very important examples I gave, कि space में there is no gravity, the persons are flying, and how they can feel the weight. The simple idea was the magnetic forces. Some instruments put it placed on the head, hands, and legs, and the floor was magnetic, and there was attraction, and the patient, the subject started feeling weight. But the loss in the space, because there is no weight, there is no muscle stress, the muscles get weak, bones also get weak. Person when returns from the space, they are even feeling difficulty in standing up and walking. This is the situation, and this can be taken care of by simple design instruments. This is the way of innovation. Thank you, sir, for that enlightening and thought-provoking lecture. Your insights have truly broadened our understanding and inspired us to think beyond professional boundaries. Now I would request our chairperson, Harinder Jaseja sir, to kindly say a few words regarding the lecture. Yes, please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I think I'll be audible from here. This is for your very nice talk and apprising us of the innovations you have made. Now, innovations are novel techniques, are novelties in any sector that enhance productivity and performance in that particular sector. But restricting to innovations in medicine, ultimately it boils down to improvement in our quality of life, amelioration of human sufferings, and increasing lifespan, longevity. So in medicine, innovations will help us achieve these ultimately. There are many, without innovations, revolutionization is just impossible. Like, you might all be aware of the early discovery of wheel, paya, that revolutionized transportation. So anyway, Dr. Deepak, we applaud your work, especially in this thing, space physiology, and NASA has acknowledged your work. And I was just wondering whether you are thinking of filing a patent in USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office. I also have 2 applications in USPTO regarding deep brain stimulation. As regarding one idea came to my mind about the terminology used for astronaut, like you said, Russia uses cosmonaut. An Indian version would be, in my opinion, best as yoga naut. Yoga is of Indian origin, and yoga helps us we encounter the difficulties in space. So I think yoga naut can be considered for the name as you are thinking of. Thank you everybody. Thank you for your patient listening. I hope this presentation has been of use to you. At least it has been a germinal seed for you, inspire you to also go ahead with research, which is also a part of academics and which is an inherent part of a medical profession. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. Now it's the time to present mementos, and I request VP Narve sir
yoga
to
not
kindly present a memento to our
yoga
esteemed
Indian
guest
origin
speaker,
plus
Dr.
yoga
K.
will help you face the difficulties encountered in space.
Photo, sir. Everybody has to remember that this presentation whole is going live on the YouTube, and this is because of support from
आवाज
Dr.
गूंज
Gulshan
रही थी
Singh,
क्या?
and it
आवाज
is
गूंज रही थी?
viewed all
वहाँ
over
गूंज रही
India
थी।
because it has been circulated on various platforms for physiology groups. Now I request our faculty member Dr. Prachi Arya ma'am to kindly present memento to our chairperson, Dr. Harinder Jaseja sir.
Thank you.
Now I request Ajit Rajput sir to kindly address and say for vote of thanks.
आगे बढ़ाने का क्या प्लान है?
सर
It is
यूएस
my
अटॉर्नी का
privilege
फीस बहुत ज़्यादा है।
to
यूएस
propose a vote
अटॉर्नी
of
का
thanks
फीस
for
बहुत
this
ज़्यादा
enlightening
है।
invitation. On behalf of
सर
Association of Physiologists and
पेटेंट
Pharmacologists
में
of
ऐसा होता है
India,
कि यू
Gwalior
हैव टू
chapter
फाइल अ पेटेंट
and Department of
in
Physiology,
each
Gajranaga
country.
Medical College,
If you
I
file patent in
express
US,
our
Europe can
sincere
use it.
gratitude to her
So global
distinguished
patent is
speaker,
not
respected
possible.
Dr. A.K. Deepak sir,
आपने किस में
who
पेटेंट
has
की?
graciously traveled from Delhi
इंडिया
to
में।
enlighten us on the topic
focusing
innovations
more
in
on
medicine.
technology transfer
Your insights and
than
enormous experience have
at
truly
least
enriched
do it
our
available
knowledge
for humanities
and
or
inspired
Indians.
us to think beyond
पेटेंट के चक्कर
conventional
में 10-5
boundaries.
साल निकल जाते हैं,
I extend my
10 साल चले जाते हैं,
heartfelt thanks to our
तो
respected
कम से कम
team,
इसलिए
respected
हमने
artist
लास्ट वाले
Bhagat sir,
पेटेंट को
for gracing this
पेटेंट करने
CME
से
as the
पहले
chief
अपनी
guest
इंडस्ट्री को
and
दे
for
दिया,
his constant
गवर्नमेंट को,
encouragement
तो आप
towards
इसको दे सकते हो तो
academic
किसी को दे
excellence.
दीजिए।
कितनी फीस लग
I
रही है
also
आपको?
offer deep respect and
किसकी?
gratitude to our
पेटेंट
chairperson,
रन में हाउ मच
respected
फीस?
Dr. Jasiya sir,
तो डिपेंड करता है, डिपेंड
whose
करती है।
presence
इंडियन
adds
में तो
great
ज़्यादा ही लगती
value
है,
and
इंडिया की तो
inspiration
पहली
to
1000
this
से जाएगी,
gathering.
उसमें
I
1000
sincerely
सर?
appreciate
बॉम्बे
all
वाले ने मेरे से
faculty
40,000
members,
लिए।
PG, UG students for
वकील
their
क्या
enthusiastic
करेगा?
participation, which
वकील
made
सर
this
वो बेंगलोर
session
में हैं,
meaningful.
पेटेंट
Lastly, I thank the organizing team
डिपार्टमेंट
for
इन्वेंट्री
their
करते हैं,
dedicated efforts
इन्वेंट्री है
in making
बेंगलोर
this
में।
program a success, especially
इंडिया की
Dr.
ओनली
Gaurav,
क्या
Dr.
नाम है,
Karthikeya,
बताइए उसका एड्रेस।
पथिया
Dr.
पथिया नहीं,
Akshen,
हेमंत
uh,
दो तीन पे
and
पथिया।
other PGs also. Thank you very
चार्ज
much.
करेगा वो तो उस पर डिपेंड है। इससे अच्छा आप इंडस्ट्री को पकड़िए, बोले ले सकते हो तो ले लो, एग्रीमेंट हो, कम से कम पेशेंट को तो मिले, नहीं तो वो क्या पड़ा, मतलब आइडिया तो है, अच्छी बात है, आइडिया को मोटिव देना इम्पोर्टेंट।
Last but not least, thanks to the team who is displaying this event online on the YouTube, Dr. Godcharan Singh and his team. Thank you, students. Now we can disperse for the lunches, and I think you have to join the afternoon session for the anatomy. Thank you.